Dear viewer, the following video contains content known as Zader, which is an acronym describing the fan-base pairing of Invader Zim and Dib. If you do not have any interest in such a subject, please turn back now and ignore the rest of the video, for if you continue, you will find yourself quite uncomfortable. However, if you know of Zader and are fond of it, or you've never seen Zader in your life and it sparks your curiosity, you may continue watching the video. Note that, if you have not read my comic from the very beginning, this video may contain spoilers. I urge you to click on the link provided in the video description that will take you to page 1 of Chapter 1, Rain. If you have completed the tasks necessary to continue, please enjoy the video. Sincerely yours, Reitanna Seishin.
Part 2! Part 2, part 2, part 2, part 2!
Please don't do that.
Hello, it's Reitanna Seishin, letting you know that I'm still alive. Johnny is on my desktop, laying on his car. He's a cutie. I love him. And his homicidalness. Before I get started, you will notice that the hill he is sitting on is the same hill in Invader Zim, Gaz Taster of Pork, when they get out of the taxi, dressed as beavers. Yeah. That's the same hill. Okay, anyway, so this is another thingy where I point out references because I am much further in the comic now. And not only that, but I have officially come up with a name with the help of my friends. I came up with a list of names and within 3 days was able to narrow it down to 2 choices. And we have settled on playing with fire. It was in between Evil Intentions, evil spelled E-V-O-L, like love backwards, or playing with fire. And I believe Evil Intentions had like 18 and playing with fire had like 20 or something like that. So it was a close call and we got it. And I like it. I'm liking the title. Okay, so we left off on page 21. I'm not going to re-go through it again. If you haven't seen all the references and cameos up to this point, go watch the first video. Moving on! Okay, let's see. So, insert sidebar here was one weird thing. Let's see. Jan is in the background. That's all on that one. Okay, here's the fun part. Okay, so, this poster actually says, history is not a mystery. Learn or else. Okay, here we have Zeta, Coda, Evelyn, Chunk with a massive case of acne, Wonton, Henry from Silent Hill 4, and then Brian. So Evelyn is one of my original roleplay characters when I was young and used to roleplay. This is Miss Sowers. She's beautiful. A beautiful bitch. She's evil. No relation to Miss Bitters, because otherwise her last name would be Bitters. I thought that'd be obvious, but I guess not. So, on the Monday agenda, they have the test, and then they have a lecture on bacon prohibition and why it failed. Then they have a worksheet, and then they have homework. And on the desk is Pixie the Evil Flower from Deville. You can't really tell, but his teeth are really sharp because he's the evil flower. If you're not familiar with my Deville cartoons, then... Oh! And Miss Sowers' necklace is the operator symbol. The symbol for Slender Man. Makes sense because she's evil. Okay. This one says wash your brain, like brainwash. I think I already showed that one. And no dark sarcasm in the classroom again. Jan, Dib... Before I point out that. Okay. This girl right here, I guess people think she looks like Trixie Tang from frickin' Fairly Odd Parents, but she's not. She is Tomie. Yay, Tomie. Unbelievably beautiful and a beautiful little beauty mark and just so gorgeous. Okay. Now one thing that I'm surprised that people haven't really caught on is that Zim is writing with his left hand on the desk. You're a bad boy. Okay, so keep that in mind. He's writing with his left hand. That's Sarah. Tell me again. Sarah, tell me A, B, C. Okay. Da, 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 da. Let's see. Oh, yes. Okay, the first 2 questions on the test are, who built the army of robots for Super Hitler in World War III? And why did Super Hitler hate Valentine's Day? That is, in Tack the Hideous New Girl, it's Valentine's Day, and Dib says, Miss Bitters, I heard that they used to give out cards and candy for Valentine's Day. How did the whole meat thing get started? And Miss Bitters says, you don't want to know. Well, the reason is because Super Hitler had something against Valentine's Day. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I think it was too frilly for him. I don't know. And he liked meat. So Valentine's Day became about meat. Shut up. Okay, let's go. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh, I love this. So he's doodling, and then he realizes what he doodled, and it goes, startled jump, sharp intake of breath, sudden awareness, generic verb. And on his doodles, well, first of all, we see a cute little doodle, and notice he actually drew Zim as an alien and not in his disguise. We got Sticky the female madman, we got a few operator symbols, and the companion cube, the dead companion cube. That's actually, it looks really good. Rips it out, da-da-da-da-da. Dib may be close to a nervous breakdown. And that's it for that one. This was so unintentional. Here's the no dark sarcasm in the classroom poster, but it cut off the CO and it says ass room. It was unintentional. I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna keep it. And I love this, I love this, I love this. Slow reach and then withdraw! It's one of the best. Oh my god. Okay, moving on. Mrs. Sowers, I keep wanting to call her Miss Sowers, but Mrs. Sowers. Mrs. Sowers is texting on her cell phone. Yeah. Flashback to chapter 2. Why do you keep staring at me? That's Evelyn. Now you can see most of her outfit. Gosh, she is so cute. She was one of my favorite roleplay characters. And then, why do you keep staring at me? No reason. And then over here, LOL, bullshit. Yes! The cafeteria is full of references. Okay, so first of all, Raditz for president. Raditz, as most of you will know, Goku's brother from the first season of Dragon Ball Z. In Soviet Russia, meat eats you. Grease is good for you. And of course, we got Dib over here and Sim over here. We got Evelyn talking to Payupi and Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls. Blah, 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 toast, blah, blah. Brian is talking to Cole from my story, The Closet, blibbity blobbity blue. Coda is talking to Lily from my story, Untitled, blah, blah. And this is Blue, friends with Wonton and Chica, who hasn't been seen in the comic yet. And then this is... You don't quite know him because I haven't actually done the cartoon with him. I have the cartoon all in my head and stuff, but of course I haven't been animating right now. This is Francois Gaylord von Duche the third or the sixth? I don't remember. That's gonna bug the hell out of me. I think it might be the sixth actually. So Francois is actually spelled Franswa, and Gaylord von Duche. Duche is actually just spelled douche. So it looks like Francois Gaylord von Douche the sixth. But his thing is, it's pronounced Duche. I am Francois. So that's Francois. Smooth talking blah. Let's see. And Gaz! I made a little bit of some changes to her from Best Years of Our Lives, which no one really knows about because I've given up and I don't want it to be seen ever. I put a bow in her hair. Just, you know, to show that, yes, she's a girl. She's cute. She's a girly girl. She's a girl. Big empty space. Alright. The only normal thing on his tray is an apple. I think those are mashed potatoes and it's some kind of weird green meat. This poster says, save the whales! Eat a dolphin. Yes, I love this. Okay, so he slams his hands on the lunch table and launches the apple, and it says freedom. So this is the freedom apple. I almost want to make a t-shirt with the freedom apple on it. Okay, this is Ty from the original show in their classroom. He says, in the first episode, he says, "Man, Dib, you think you think just because someone looks different, you can call them an alien?" That's what he says. And then this is Henry again from Silent Hill 4. Uh-oh, I think someone's about to get their ass kicked. How Zim got the reputation of being able to kick someone's ass, we do not know. Dink. I gotta keep an eye on the time. Okay. He's so tiny. He has to put his foot up on the table to seem intimidating. Well, I guess he doesn't have to, but he really wants to look intimidating. And then poor Gaz, she just wanted to play her game. She looks very pissed. And then over here, holy zombie Jesus! That is actually a reference to Futurama. Yes, yes! This is Suko Otonashi. He is one of the twins, Suki and Suko Otonashi, from my stock characters. He was actually in Can I Have a Cupcake, as was Suki. He also has an operator symbol on his shirt. I was actually torn between Happy Noodle Boy, Z question mark, and the Sex Bomb logo from Scott Pilgrim. But they all seem, the Happy Noodle Boy and Sex Bomb logo seem too detailed for such a small area to work, and Z question mark, I felt that it was too soon because there was already a Z question mark earlier in the chapter. Na-na-na-na. Ah, yes. Okay, so here's Blue again, and Suko. This is Carl. He, in Belonius Maximus, he's the one who says, "Dude, I left my underwear on for a month and it kind of smells like he does." Over here is Knives Chow from Scott Pilgrim, and my other really favorite roleplay character from way back when is Tenji. He looks flaming gay, but he's actually flaming bi. He just really likes to be all girly and stuff, and his shirt says Miyavi. He has a Miyavi shirt. So Knives Chow, she looks adorbs. Fight. Okay. Nah. I love this. Okay, so he throws him off, and there's Tenji and Knives Chow again, and then Woo Woo Woo, you know it, is a wrestling reference. Zack Ryder. Random jeer! Wee! Punch him! Woot! Gersh! Schweinhund! Violence rocks! That's kind of a reference to that little girl who say things like, yeah! Frankenchoke? No, not Frankenchoke. That's the, Count Coco Fang rocks! Yeah, and then, Wieners rock! That he says in, she actually is a girl with a man's voice. Anyway, so yay, woo, kick his ass, raw, hits his head, freeze. Okay. So, you know how I pointed out earlier that Zim was writing with his left hand? Well, I can't believe I totally forgot that I was going somewhere with that. Notice that Zim is about to punch Dib with his right hand. Okay, now that you've noticed that, let's move on a little forward in the video, and then I'll freeze it at another point in time where I need to freeze it. Okay, so unfreeze. He pins him. Fight! Yeah, get him! Oh my god! Hoblarber mash! That, I was just like, what is the most random thing I can come up with? And I was like, well, let's just do stuff. Okay, next! Fight. This is chapter 4, by the way. Insert Mortal Kombat theme here. No one has really commented on that one quite yet. Shove. OMG, Zim, no, get up. Holy crap, ah. There's Ty again, and Lily, and 2 unknown people right there. Fight! Fuck him up, Zim! Make him cry! Fight! Woo! Fish Fury! Skittles! Okay, Skittles is just something random, something I would probably yell in an angry mob-like crowd. Fish Fury is a reference to angry Americans. No, oh my god, I'm so tired. Ugly Americans, I am so sorry. Fish Fury, okay. How much time are we at? Okay. And Punch! Lei gasps. Yeah, he's bleeding now. No! WTF! Shit! Holy carp! Yes, that was intentional. He gonna do it! That's another wrestling reference. Booker T says that a lot. Oh my god, look out, Zim. Pain. Punch denied. Beat his ass! Smash his face! Eat his spleen! What? Sound effect! Oh, this is a good one too. Oh! Oh my god, okay. I'm gonna stop this right here and I'll come back. Hang on. Okay, we're back. I said we're back. Okay. So, on this page in my description on DA, I wrote, if anyone can name the reference in panel 1, you get a cookie. The catch is, you have to go get your own cookie. But you will have the satisfaction of knowing you rightfully earned that cookie by your amazing knowledge of the media world. So you eat that cookie. You eat that cookie and feel proud. Now, the reason why, not only was that like the best thing ever written, but the best comment I have ever gotten, ever. Hang on. Okay, well, I can't find the other one, but someone quoted what I had read and said that it was awesome. But this made me cry from laughing, and it made Mike laugh, and it's like an inside joke to us now. Okay, so this person guesses, well, first, punch your lights out, hit the pavement. That's what I call entertainment. The students are yelling that. Reference is a mindless self-indulgence reference. And this person goes, mindless self-indulgence! In all caps. Youth rolls into kitchen, punches fist through cookie jar, clutches handful of crushed cookies in bloodied fist, shoves them in mouth, and says, because I'm worth it. This is the best fucking comment I've ever gotten. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, this is the person who quoted it. Okay. Moving on. So, poor guy's bleeding. Oh, his glasses broke. Freeze. Okay, so here's what I was getting at. So notice that Zim is about to hit Dib again. He's gonna pummel him. He's gonna hurt him. Notice he's gonna do it with his left hand. Okay, so this is what I was getting at. In the commentary, on the first episode, The Nightmare Begins of Invader Zim, Jonan makes an excuse because someone points out that Zim is drawing his base with his left hand. Now you notice any other time, like in Career Day, he's using his right hand to write. So Jonan uses the excuse that Zim is ambidextrous. I'm rolling with that. Zim is indeed ambidextrous. His hands are equally good at doing stuff. And that's what I wanted to point out. I'm really surprised that no one's, well, I mean, I've had like 2 people realize that he was using his left hand earlier in the comic. But anyway, yeah, so that's what I was getting at. Unfreeze! Punch him in the face again! Do it! Blarg! Blarg? Okay, grab. Oh, fuck, it's Mrs. Sowers. Insert fearful whispers here. The students are whispering. I got too lazy. I didn't want to draw a bunch of students. Insert muttering here. Come with me. She's hurting his wrist. She hurts him. Poor Dib. And then Evelyn says, oh man, they're gonna die. Angry walking sound. They're walking through the hall. Okay, in this school, instead of
Having lovely detention where you sit in the classroom and you write lines,
you get put into an isolation chamber. It's cold, hard metal. It is dark. No windows and no way of getting out from the inside. They are detention chambers. This one specifically is detention chamber number 13. I chose 13 because obviously it's the unlucky number, and the only way to open the detention chambers is so that you know the code on the pin pad and open it from the outside, yeah. So, and Mrs. Sowers throws them both into the detention chamber. I think secretly she hopes that they end up killing each other. Like, they continue fighting, end up killing each other. Like, yeah. And I love Zim's face in this one. Okay, anyway, references and stuff. Emo corner. I don't know if there's many. Here's another, proof that Zim is the best at arguing. You were asking for it! You with all your staring! More fighting. M-O-A-R. Mad Zim is mad. Next. Oh, yes. I put freeze frame here because he stops. He stops himself. Freeze frame is a song that plays on our radio at work that I really hate. I seriously hate it. I really hate the song, but it felt like the perfect thing to put in the corner there. So, na-na. Nowhere to run to. There's just a little face down here, and things are getting awesome. Oh! Dib's panic meter. It's almost at maximum. Dib's panic meter has hit maximum. Okay. Zim's expression. He's stupefied. He has the same expression through this entire page until he looks at him. And then stuff. No references here. Oh! I wrote big empty space upside down right there. Shuffle. Insert extremely awkward silence. Let's see. I love his expression in this one. Here we go. It's been a while since we've had a random side note. Reitanna promises there will be one by the end of this page. I love his face right there. Here it is. Shucky ducky quack quack. That's a wrestling reference. Booker T says that. Oh, Booker. Lols. Oh, he's such a chick. He's twirling his hair nervously. And that's it. That's all I have. I'm working on page 18 right now. I'm not going to do another one of these reference cameo thingies until I get more pages done. I wonder, because I have some awesome funny stuff that I that I wrote in these descriptions, and you know, since I have time, I might as well try to find. Sorry for Dib, you son of so I had to purchase a support glove for my carpal tunnel, which has been acting up for a little bit now. I was at work when it really hurt. I was putting stuff into a customer's bag and twing, it hurt so pain! So I stood there when I had no customers and bent my wrist in certain directions to see where it hurt the most, and then started massaging it to try and relieve the pain, but it didn't really help. So now I'm wearing this glove thing to help while I draw and stuff. I don't let a torn tendon in my ankle keep me from standing 8 hours a day, so I'm not gonna have carpal tunnel ruin my comic! Picks up a morbidly obese chicken and throws it through the window. Where did I get a chicken? So yeah, this high school is pretty hardcore. Detention isn't writing lines or anything like that. No, you get locked in a cold metal chamber with no windows, and the only door is padlocked, so only someone from the outside who knows the code can open it. There are other aspects of the school that are pretty intense that I may have to explain later. The biggest one is the other side of the school. But that'll have to wait. I have tomorrow and Thursday off, so I will get a lot done. Now sleep! Superhero flies out of room. Let's see. Speaking of my roommate, we were talking about my Zader comic, which he very much does not like the fact that I keep pairing enemies together, same-sex enemies. Well, males. He supports my art no matter what, though. And I was telling him about the funniest comments I get from you guys, and then I was like, I wonder how many guys read my comic. And he's like, how many guys are willing to admit to reading your comic? And then silence. Then I say, I wonder how many straight guys read my comic. And he says, how many straight guys are willing to admit to reading your comic? There's motorcycles outside, and they're annoying the shit out of me. I almost said shrat, like shit and crap. Okay, so, How many of you guys, if you don't mind me asking? Just curious. Obviously, I know of one because I know him in person. Of course, I'm looking to find the guys out there who want to see Dib and Zim fuck as opposed to just enjoying the drawings. Anyway, finally, Zim can fully be himself. He seems kinda cool when he's in school, but when he's alone with Dib, his true personality shows. That's very important. However, Dib wants to play the blame game. Zim is pretty good at arguing. I've had it with your giant head filled with corn! Your legs are stupid! Dumb like a moose, Dib! Dumb like a moose! And one that I can't believe I forgot to put in was, go home and shave your giant head of smell with your bad self. That has got to be the best one ever. Okay. Funny story behind panel 2, which is that one. Why are you staring at Zim? Okay, so I drew Zim's face all awesome like, and I was all like, woot his face look all crazy and stoof. So I was happy, but then I was like, what should his arms be doing? So I put the notebook down and thought. Then I started pretending to be Zim in this situation by exclaiming, why were you staring at Zim? While trying different arm positions. I tried my arms in the air, but it just didn't seem angry enough. Neither did waving his arms. I didn't want to do what I did in the last page. Finally, I clenched my fists and positioned my arms where Zim's are, and I laughed. That's perfect, said I. I don't know why she swallowed the fly. Perhaps she'll die. Oh yeah. The first the first Dib blush in chapter 4. Hooray! We're back to awkward world. Awkward world. Where conversations end in embarrassment, people laugh feebly at something that wasn't very funny at all, and people don't know how to spell embarrassment. But the Zim! He is so naive, to an extent. He has no idea that sometimes his actions are not as innocent as he intends them to be. Off to draw, page 8. I'm loving this. I hate the children outside who are screaming in the swimming pool because school's over. I hate kids. Okay. Oh, yeah. 3 pages in 1 day, biatch. Who's the awesomeness? Me, anyway. I love how he says, okay, seriously, as if the whole thing hasn't been serious at all until this moment right here. Like, haha, Dib, I tried to beat the shit out of you, but it was just a joke, haha. They're showing his soft side, blah, 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 he goes, blah, blah, blah. I think he's trying to be intimidating, but it's failed. Dib, don't get a bloody nose now. The janitor just cleaned that chamber. We don't need your disgusting human blood mucus all over the place. Last thing, frame 3, most attractive speech bubble ever. Look at that speech bubble. Look at it! Oh, I can. Okay, I gotta do that later. Sorry. Okay. It would be a really dick move if I were to tell you this was another daydream. Well, it's not. So at last, you may jump out of your chair and hop around the room you're in right now and scream, finally! But really, how could you resist that face? He just thinks he's being intimidating, but he has no idea that he's just radiating cuteness as well as sexiness. Though, that's one way to shut someone up. Nah. Phew, finish the page before work. Now for 7 hours of daydreaming about what has happened in the comic, what is going to happen, and then turn over events for future chapters to be written so I don't forget them. God, I wish I had an android that looked just like me to go to work so I can work on this comic. So Dib is gonna come clean. He's thinking, I just kissed my sworn enemy who is a male alien. Might as well. Will Dib's blush ever go away? I even love this. It's not related to depressing, however, we did what? As if asking, do you think it'll rain today? So I have a frackin' mid-shift tomorrow, so you won't get page 16 until later in the day. I think I get off at 8:30. I want to shoot that certain manager who does the schedule with a rocket launcher. And not just because of the mid-shift. I hate him. All the other managers are awesome. Okay, I'm gonna stop rambling about work. Dib accepts that they're even. Yeah. Wow. Zim could rival Voldemort in legitimacy. And Dib should learn how to lucid dream. Or maybe not. I keep putting off certain important tasks. I still have to find more Dragon Balls so I can wish Goldiepuss and OMFG Dinosaur back to life. And then I need to try and figure out what Exploding Bunny's real name is so I can write it in the Death Note and stop his reign of terror. And then I will discard the Death Note and lose my memory of it. 'cause I don't need it. I don't need that amazing power. No, I will not succumb to the death note. I'm just doing justice. Exploding bunny must die. So I was thinking about doing a video today, but I'm just, out of recent events, I have decided, to just relax and bury myself in the comic, just because I'm not gonna explain any of that. Okay. Oh my god, Zim, you are such a chick. Anyway, so even poor virgin Dib knows that sex is a pretty big deal for most humans, and is shocked at hearing an entire race being forbidden to do the sin. Of course, some humans very much like sex more than others. Ahem. Where my Scorpios at? You know what I'm talking about. I'm actually tempted to make Dib a Scorpio. His date of birth is never actually specified, so it would be easy. Especially since this comic takes place in October, so putting his birthday in November would make sense, and explain a lot of things later in the comic. You peeps will just have to wait and see. Ha, peeps. Now, Zim has no idea what he's missing. He understands very little about sex, just like he said, but of course you never fully understand it until it happens, just like a first kiss. And to have been raised in a society where such relationships don't exist, it's a no wonder he doesn't think it's a big deal. That's why he's not blushing. Dib, on the other hand, can't believe he's having this conversation. But now Zim understands kissing. Maybe Dib sparked his curiosity. Maybe Zim wants to learn more. Ah, but first he wants to hear about Dib's dream. And then if you look at this panel down here. This is the panel I'm talking about. Okay. Must not worry about proportions in third panel. Shh! Don't mention it! Don't tell me how to fix it! Don't tell me it looks fine! Don't mention it! Growls and foams at the mouth and then is hit in the head with a pear. I don't know who threw the pear at my head, but it made me very sad. So, yeah. That's about it. I really don't know when I'm gonna do a video. Maybe before I go to Anime Expo. Maybe I'll. What's my desktop? Tons and tons of Mikus! Miku desu, and Miku desu, and Miku desu, and Miku desu. Miku daisuki yo! Okay. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna do stuff. I'm gonna edit this and then I'm gonna draw the comic and stuff. Okay. Bye!